Okay, thanks for coming today. Today is session 4 out of 6. Today we're gonna talk about the trigger work. I noticed that I talk too much normally, and today the accent will be on the exercises rather than talking too much. So a couple words I wanted to say about the trigger work. The biggest mistake that people normally do is separate the processes of aiming and doing the trigger work. So what I see many times, people are aiming very hard, several seconds, make it perfect, and say, okay, I'm done, now I'm gonna pull the trigger. And the problem is, it will take time and it will distort your rifle. It will take time because you haven't even started that. You only start to release the backlash on the trigger, then increase the force on the trigger, and then you'll and also, well, when you do that, your muscles are working over here. There's some muscles which are connected to the trigger finger. So by the time you're taking the shot, you actually ruin the aiming. So our goal is, by the time the shot is being taken, your trigger should be pretty much ready to take the shot. There will be no time or very little time. So the first exercise we're going to do today is preload the trigger and fire by command. So what I want you to do is aim it to the white list of paper on the left. There will be no target specifically, so you will not be disturbed for aiming. You only will pay attention to the trigger work. So I will say breath in, breath out, breath in, breath out, breath in, breath out slowly, ready, set, fire. By the time I say fire, your trigger should be, all backlash is pulled out, your force on the trigger will be like 80 or 90% of the force that is needed to take a shot. So for example, if your rifle is standard Biathlon rifle, about 500 grams to take a shot, about a pound, I want you to be like at 80% of that. So when I say fire, you just add a little bit, the shot is taken. So this is exercise number 1. After that, we'll go even further. We will combine the aiming and the trigger work together. So I always ask folks, like, what is the purpose of trigger? Why you need the trigger on the rifle? And people are like, what the heck? It's just to take a shot. I say, no, the trigger is needed to actually make the fine tuning of the rifle before you're taking a shot. The trigger is needed for aiming. This is what I want you to think about it, right? So instead of doing separately aiming, you kind of use your trigger to aim, fine tune, and take a shot. So the next 3 exercises will be about that. First exercise will be like this. You will be a robot, which is asked to do the following. The closer the rifle goes to the target, the more force on the trigger you have. Closer, 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 bang. So it's just a program. You do 5 shots like this, 5 from the beginning. Then the next exercise is, you'll be... Is that your target? Okay, next exercise is about, I want you to think that there is a target which is a black ball which you can control. You can pull this target through your sights, trying that this target will not touch the edges of the sights. As if imagine there is a black ball which you pull through right close to your eye, and you try to do it as neatly as possible, try not to touch the aperture of the sights. Does it make sense? And you
pull with your finger? Like,
yes.
Pull the trigger, pull
Yes.
The ball. Okay.
Imagine that instead of the target, you have a black object which is connected to your trigger finger, and the more you pull, the closer this target goes to you, and your target, your goal is pull it through the sides. this is enough. If I remember it, I will say it loud, but for now, this is what we need to concentrate on. Don't even bother doing the 0 today. We'll be concentrated on the trigger work. You can judge how good it goes by the tightness of the group, but don't pay attention if the group goes away from the center. So, yeah, that's about it. Let's do it.
Does anybody have any